I am the ghost of Christmas future.
Dear Heather Ramirez of Christmas 2015, I am the ghost of Christmas future. From 2018 to be exact. And this Christmas Eve is your lucky evening because I have decided to visit you. Usually what I do when I visit people is I show them a glimpse of their future as a threat that if they continue on the horrible path that they are on, they are sure to end up in a very dark place. Tonight, I am here to tell you that no matter what you do, you will end up in that dark place. But you're happy. Happier than you could have ever imagined. So as the ghost of Christmas future, having lived every single one of the days of the past 3 years, I would like to take this time to impart some tips and insights to you to help you trust yourself and stay the course so that you end up right here. First, I'm just going to give you a plot twist. You're going to end up quitting your job and embarking on an entrepreneurial journey. You will be scared. You will be very afraid of many things. And I'm here to tell you that every single thing that you're afraid of will come true. All of the things that you're worried about, all of your greatest fears, everything that's still holding you back, it's all gonna come true. I can't tell whether this is funny or scary. You're gonna lose money and you're gonna go into debt. Every single one of your business ideas is going to fail over and over again. And there's gonna be a lot of times where you feel like you're the only person that you can trust. Despite all this, I promise you, nothing is going to be as bad as you think. And actually, a lot of good comes out of all of those things. Things that you could have never anticipated, you could have never planned for because you were scared of all of these things happening. But they end up opening up new doors, new opportunities, and they will direct your journey in a place that you could have never planned for. So just brace yourself. Document the journey, do that. It works for you. Secondly, later this year, you are going to be diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and ADHD for the first time in your life. We always knew something was different about you. This ends up being a wonderful thing because now that you understand how your mind works and why you think the way that you do and how you go about your thought processes, it's a lot easier for you to create systems that optimize for your own individual personal success. You can't do things the way that everyone else does because you're not like everyone else, but there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's actually a good thing. So spend your time worrying about how to make your systems and your workflows and processes optimize for your success. Also, every single day on this journey, you're gonna feel super overwhelmed and very, very anxious. It's not gonna go away, ever. It's part of the territory, but it's also just who you are. That's your nature to do that. Even when things are going well, it actually ends up being more stressful. You are never going to clear a single to-do list. You will never get to a point where you feel done. So embrace that. Learn to live with it because it never goes away. Third, you've definitely felt lonely throughout your life. Get ready for entrepreneurship. Your entrepreneurial journey will be, by far, the loneliest you've ever felt in your entire life. And actually, you are going to spend next Christmas completely alone at a co-working space. So get ready. This loneliness is going to drive you to question why the hell you're doing what you're doing, why you are putting yourself through this. What is this all for? Let me tell you, Christmas 2018 is less than a week away. You're going to be spending this Christmas at your family's house, staying there for multiple nights, not just the one, with your new boyfriend, who is also a YouTuber. And you guys have 2 dogs, too. Seriously, a corgi and a golden retriever. They don't like each other, but that's okay. It'll be worth it, I promise. Fourth, your entire life is going to change. And one of the things that you will miss the most is civilian life. You will long for it. You'll long for the days of a secured paycheck, health and benefits, Friday nights, raging on the weekends, paid time off, buying new things, clothes, treating yourself, getting your nails done, buying cool gifts for people, just a lot of stuff. And everything around you is going to serve as a reminder of a life you walked away from. Again, this is going to lead you to question whether you made the right decision. There's nothing wrong with having a normal life. It's not better, it's not worse. But it's going to make you feel like you're not good enough because you're just going to be constantly comparing yourself to everything that you have surrounded yourself up to this point, which is civilian life. It's just normal everyday life. So one of the first things you want to do is purge everything where you spend your time and attention. That's social media, that's the email newsletters you're subscribed to, that's the TV shows you will start to not watch anymore, people you hang out with, podcasts you listen to, anything that you consume or give your attention to. Start to surround yourself with like-minded people, people you admire, people who are doing something similar to what you are trying to do. That way it feels less different every time you meet someone, because you're gonna meet someone that you can relate to. Very soon you're gonna discover your two heroes, Gary Vaynerchuk and Casey Neistat. Just start binge watching their content as soon as you find them. Fifth, the only person you are competing with is yourself. For the most part, you'll have a good handle on that until you meet people that start to see you as a threat for some reason, and then it's gonna mess with you. You will meet people who will go out of their way to make it look like what you are doing is wrong. And unfortunately, it's because they see you as a threat. They do that in a way to make themselves feel like they're winning, and it's really all about them. It has nothing to do with you. So don't let anyone else distract you. Spend your time and effort and energy being better than you were the day before. Sixth, another thing that you are going to struggle with, even to this day in 2018, is saying no. This will be extremely hard. In fact, I think that for your entire next year, you're not going to say no to anybody, which is really annoying because you will end up saying yes to things out of guilt or obligation, which end up taking a lot of your time away from what you could have been working on instead. Since I'm admittedly still working on learning how to say no, all I can do is tell you to start practicing. You also have to learn how to say no to the 10,000 ideas you're going to come up with every single day. It's going to be a fun journey. 7, people will should you till kingdom come. A part of that comes with your choice to document your journey to the entire world. So obviously, a lot of people are going to have an opinion on what you should do next. I've learned that shoulds usually come from 3 places. People either want to help you, they want to live vicariously through you, or they think they know more than you. And obviously there's nothing wrong with people giving you advice, whether you ask for it or not. In fact, you are going to become a professional shooter by becoming a teacher and teaching people how to do YouTube and online video and social media marketing and all this cool stuff. So again, there's nothing wrong with people giving you advice, but what I want to tell you is that no one has the right answer, no matter how convicted they are in the advice that they're giving you. There are an infinite number of ways that you can live your life and achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. And of course, there are going to be more ways that are probably more productive than others, but really what it comes down to is that nobody is going to do the work except you. You're the one who's going to spend countless hours editing in front of your laptop, losing sleep because you're brainstorming this idea and that idea, doing all of the research, all of the prep, all of the work. No one is going to do that except you. So really what it comes down to is doing what you feel most comfortable with, what comes most naturally to you. Trust yourself and just take the advice and do you. Number 8, target audience. Obviously, you're a professional marketer, you have a lot more to learn, but you have also 10 years of experience in this field, so you know about target audience. But I want to emphasize that the world of YouTube and the internet is a completely different ballgame. Haters gonna hate, trolls gonna troll, and you're gonna get that all the time. That's not gonna be a big deal. The thing that's gonna sting a little bit is hearing the negative feedback, the criticism, the weird comments from people that you actually know in real life. That's the stuff that you're gonna lose sleep over, straight up. And of course, it's in your nature to focus on the negative. So despite the positive impact, the immense positive impact that you're going to have on people all around the world every single day, you're going to focus on the negative. You cannot convince every single person on this planet. For every one person that doesn't get it, there are 10 people who do. So don't spend too much time worrying about convincing one person. Oftentimes that person is not in your target audience. Mom, to this day, she doesn't get it. So just don't bother. Instead, focus your energy on creating more content and putting more of your truth and your message out there so that your target audience ends up gravitating towards you. This is how you are going to build your genuine, authentic audience that is truly connected to you and your journey. Just create more. You haven't come up with that yet, but it's going to be your new motto in life. Number 9. Despite being a branding expert, your personal brand is a thing that you are going to struggle with the most. You're going to struggle finding the balance between the movement that you're going to create called Sharespark Media and your personal brand called HeatherJustCreate. And it all intersects, which is going to drive you crazy. I'm not here to tell you to do anything differently because you have to learn what you're going to learn in order to know what I know. But what I want to tell you is that regardless of how you frame it, your story is a story that can resonate with anybody because it's a story about someone who is doing something different, who is breaking barriers, who's setting goals and working very hard to figure that out. And that's something that anybody can relate to. The important thing is to keep sharing your story. And you can't keep sharing your story if you don't have a story to share. So don't quit, ever. And lastly, this one is probably the most important one. By far, you are your own worst enemy. Your doubt, your fear, your uncertainty, your insecurity, your desire to know what to do and know the right answer, all of that is just gonna cloud you and seriously be in your head every single day, which is why it is super important that you remind yourself from the moment that you wake up what you are capable of. You have to start the day remembering that you have gotten to this point in your life. You overcame everything to get to here, and that says something. You have to be your own cheerleader. You cannot depend on anybody else for validation, for assurance, for encouragement, for advice. It has to come from within. It has to. If you don't believe it, if you don't believe in yourself, you just give up. It doesn't matter what anybody says, whether they're doubting you or whether they're encouraging you. If you don't believe it, it's all game over. Prioritize this. Make it part of your daily routine to remind yourself how much you've accomplished and what you're capable of. And with that said, Heather, just create more.
I am the ghost of Christmas future. Ah!
So from Benny, see the paw. Boom. From Ben and Ollie, who's over there in the corner because he's being grumpy, and Tom and myself, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for following my journey. It's been awesome, and I look forward to 2019. It's gonna be awesome. Catch you guys later. Bye.